All right, well, we'll get going here. We'll call the meeting to order at 9:02. Welcome, everybody, to the 2021 annual membership meeting. I sent out the agenda and meeting minutes this morning. I am wondering if I can get a motion to approve the minutes from the 2020 annual membership meeting held last summer, July 20th, 2020.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Is there any discussion? All right, all in favor of approving the minutes from the 2020 annual membership meeting, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, so then we're going to begin with the officer reports, and I will start with the president's report. This has been a busy year for communicators. The pandemic and important conversations surrounding racism, diversity, and inclusion are consistently at the forefront of our communications efforts. Now more than ever, we need to urge truthful, healthy, and productive dialogue regarding all these topics in our workplace, newsrooms, government, and professional organizations. While these crises have forced us to pivot more than we like, we may not ever go back to the way things were. As you'll see in today's agenda, we are focusing on topics that will help us find new and innovative ways to advance the communications profession actively, thoughtfully, and respectfully. Due to the pandemic, the 2020 conference had been canceled, and we made long overdue updates and worked with districts to virtually offer professional development opportunities statewide. We purchased a Zoom account and have received overwhelming feedback that members appreciate the opportunity to connect with communicators from across the state. As we close out this year, we'll be working together within the districts to figure out how to move forward with professional development. Hopefully we can return to in-person events soon, but we also enjoyed connecting with everyone across the state. As a board, we're going to try and figure out some sort of cadence that allows us to gather more frequently statewide from time to time. We have a new website this year that launched in January. Since then, members have used the new site to renew state memberships automatically, to register for webinars hosted by the districts, and historical information in the members area is still being moved to the old site. But we hope to have all that shored up very soon. Now the membership process will be automated. You'll be receiving reminders well in advance of the deadline. Membership runs on a calendar year. If your membership lapsed, you'll receive reminder emails asking you to renew. We'll no longer be using the listserv to communicate with members. Our new website allows us to communicate via forms, but it's important that you all update your profiles and subscribe to these forms to receive these communications. Board members can communicate via email. Overall, this website just makes everything much easier. It brings everything into one platform. Soon, we're going to have a new logo. With all the new improvements we've been making throughout the year, we're hoping to also advance the NDPC brand. We are hosting a logo contest open to graphic designers across the state. The deadline to submit has been extended to May 28th, and we've increased the prize to $500. We'll announce the winner the week of June 7th on our social media channels. Contest rules can be found on the NDPC blog and on our website about ndpc.org. So please help us spread the word, share with your graphic designer friends, students. The more entries we have, the better. Last night, we awarded Tammy Fogel the Communicator of Achievement Award. She graduated from Minnesota State University Moorhead with a bachelor's degree in mass communications. Her professional career started in broadcast, working at WDAY TV in Fargo, While there, Tammy directed the evening newscasts, produced special video segments, and assisted with the production of client TV commercials. Next, Tammy dove headfirst into the world of marketing at the Fargo Park District. She was solely in charge of all marketing efforts for the entire district and learned how to manage all aspects of marketing on her own very quickly. She now has become highly skilled in digital marketing with a new focus at North Dakota State College of Science. Her expertise is primarily in email marketing, website management, social media strategy, and video production. Tammy lives in Fargo with her husband and 3 children and is actively involved in her church and local 4-H organization. We are very excited to remind members that NDPC will host the 2022 NFPW conference in Fargo. Our bid for the conference was accepted in February of 2019. Typically held in June, we have not set the date. But during yesterday's board meeting, we determined our theme, which will be bold, be brave, be legendary, discover the possibilities of the new communication world. We are so honored to be chosen as the 2022 conference site. If you are interested in helping us plan this wonderful tradition, please let me know. Feel free to reach out to any of the board members, and we're forming committees right now to get going on the planning, because we want to provide an amazing event for the National Federation of Press Women. We previously hosted the conference in Bismarck in 2002, sorry. All right, so that concludes my report. Next, we'll go to Danielle Tigan for the immediate past president report.
Thanks, Sadie. Good morning, everyone. For my annual report, last summer was spent organizing the college contest information because Brian Huff had taken on the role. So I wanted to get lots of the materials and schedules and things organized for him. We helped structure the contest and introduced him to some college contacts in the fall via email. Once he stepped away and Kay Beckerman took over the role, I passed along all of those same materials and all of that information so that she would have those things at her disposal to get the college contest up and running again. The scholarship application materials were also updated in the fall, and college contacts were notified that we would again be offering the Marion J. Piper Scholarship. And it was exciting to see that 6 students applied for the scholarship this spring. The deadline was back about a month ago, and applications are currently being reviewed with 2 recipients to be awarded at the beginning of May. And we will make that announcement to the membership too via the website, media, and then social media platforms as well. And that's my report.
Thanks, Danielle. Next, we'll hear from Martha Leadholm, who is our first vice president for membership.
Good morning. I'm happy to report that we have 50 full membership individuals, 42 associate, and 2 life. And that's broken down as 8 from the Northeast, 5 from the Northwest District, 54 from the Southeast, and 27 from the Southwest. As discussed in our board meeting last night, I'm going to be taking a look and personally reaching out to the lapsed members just to either encourage them to renew or get some feedback as to why they have not renewed, or any other circumstances that maybe we can, as a group or just as myself, improve upon to keep membership going strong. And as I did last night as well, would just like to echo that Wild Apricot, our new website, has been extremely helpful and beneficial with keeping record for our membership and streamlining that process. So yeah, that's my quick report. Thank you.
Thanks, Martha. Next, we will hear from Patience Mosberger, who is our second vice president for state and national contests.
Thank you, Sadie. Good morning. The 2020 NDPC Communications Contest had 157 entries from 19 members. This year, there were 9 judges for the contest. And most of the judges had provided services in the past, and we did have a few new volunteers this year. Breakdown of the NDPC Communications Contest entries. 54 placed first, 44 second place entries, 26 third place entries, and 20 honorable mentions. So 54 of the contest entries will advance, or have advanced rather, to the national contest. Certificates for the entries that placed in the contest have been prepared and they're going to be mailed out today. After the conference, the communications contest results are going to be formally shared via email to the entrants, releases, and on NDPC's social media sites. That is my report.
Thanks, Patience. This year we have a new third vice president for college contests, and I don't think she's able to join us this morning. Her name is Kay Beckerman. We had a rough start due to turnover in the coordinator position. However, we ended up with a total of 40 submissions. Judges have been gathered and they recently received materials to review. The deadline to return responses is April 30th, and we're looking forward to Kay bringing back this contest and reinvigorating the college students to participate in North Dakota Professional Communicators. Next is our secretary report, which is typically our membership meeting minutes, and Tammy currently serves as our secretary. Tammy Fogel, did you have anything to add?
No, nothing additional besides the minutes.
All right, thank you. Next, we'll hear from Ellen Crawford, our treasurer.
Okay, NDPC is in really good financial shape. As of this report, we've had $16,980 in income and $3,528 in expenses. We are bringing in enough revenue from this conference to pay all of our bills and have some left over to pay some other bills. And the money market account has $22,379 in it, which is really good. It's jumped up about $3,000 in the last few months because of the good money market account. We have about $13,664 in the checking account. Any questions? All right, that's my report.
All right, do we have to vote on that?
No.
No, not on the membership meeting. Okay, next we will hear from Pam Gibb, who serves as our historian.
Hi. My written report for the historian will be posted on the website that summarizes everything that we've done for 2020, 2021. And I will have that available in the members section of the website for NDPC members. And then we did recognize 2 milestones for 2021. Eloise Ogden from Minot is celebrating a 50-year membership with NDPC. And Becky Koch, recently retired from NDSUA Communications, is celebrating a 30-year membership with NDPC, and they will be recognized with milestones for their term of membership with our organization. Congratulations to both of them.
Thanks, Pam. New this year, we have appointed a social media manager, and she has increased our engagement immensely. Her name is Marie Moe, and she can't be with us today. She says, growing engagement through social channels was reprioritized by NDPC in Q1 of 2021. The board focused on sharing content that would benefit members and support professional growth and networking. Pages were refreshed along with the new website launch. The following metrics reflect the impact of these efforts by comparing Q4 2020 to Q1 2021. On Facebook, the number of followers in Q4 was 509, and the number of followers in Q1 jumped up to 557, which shows an increase of 9.4%. On Twitter, our number of impressions in Q4 was 40 because we really weren't using it that much. Number of impressions in Q1 are 426, which is an increase of 965%. On LinkedIn, we started utilizing that more frequently. In Q4, we had 0 engagement, and in Q1, we have 15% engagement. Results for the first quarter of 2021 are positive. We are asking NDPC members to like and follow our NDPC social pages. We would like to feature members who have made achievements as communication professionals. And if you know of any, please submit those thoughts to the page by direct message. Next, we're going to hear from our district directors. Let's start with the Minot Area Professional Communicators District Director, who is Jill Schramm.
Minot Area Professional Communicators started its meetings off last August. We hosted a virtual meeting featuring Kostas Boutsas with Dickinson State University, who spoke on diversity in the workplace. We invited members of Prairie Communicators and several people checked in for the presentation. In September, MAPC met in person with a handful of people attending to hear Stephanie Shanerock with Visit Minot, who spoke about the new one brand effort of Visit Minot and Minot Area Development Corporation to create a unified brand for Minot. In October, MAPC hosted Leroy Kingsley of KK Bold in Bismarck, who talked about branding and marketing during a pandemic. This was a statewide meeting and about a dozen state and local members attended virtually. MAPC met virtually November 19th to hear from Wendy Keller with Magic City Discovery Center, who spoke about the fundraising and communication efforts of the organization over the past 7 years, and the efforts that will be required going forward with groundbreaking for a children's museum that's finally happening. MAPC hosted a statewide webinar with Maria Efforts Hansen, Economic and Community Development Lead with the North Dakota Department of Commerce on January 28th. She talked about her experiences with working remotely and discussed current and future programs of the department. A virtual meeting is planned for May 5th with Allison McAfee, an instructor of broadcasting and professional communication at Minot State University. Speaking on crisis communication, McAfee has more than 20 years experience in the private sector as an award-winning public relations strategist with expertise in issues and crisis management. Prior to joining MSU, she held various PR management positions in the aviation industry. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Jill. Next, we'll hear from the Northeast District, Pam Knutson, who heads up the Valley Marcom Group.
Good morning, everyone. The Valley Marcom Group, based in Grand Forks here, started our year off September 30th with a presentation connecting through COVID-19 with Jamie Schumacher of the Grand Forks Senior Center and Nikki Massman of the Energy and Environmental Research Center. They shared the challenges and the solutions for communicating during the pandemic and invited attendees to share their strategies on keeping internal and external audiences informed. In October, we hosted Lieutenant Derek Zimmel, the primary public information officer in the Grand Forks Police Department, who shared his experiences in handling crisis communications. In November, we had another virtual session on marketing initiatives for Small Business Saturday with local entrepreneur Rachel Eider, who owns the luxury boutique RH Standard, and Paul McCullough, who's founder of You Betcha Ice Cream Company here in Grand Forks. The December virtual meeting featured a happy hour get-together with door prizes, choosing a new logo, and brainstorming for the next year's topics. In February, we hosted Sadie Rudolph, our NDPC president, in a virtual meeting. And then last month, we gathered for a virtual meeting to hear a presentation by Greg Halliday, president of Anchor Marketing in Grand Forks. He spoke about how to increase website traffic. And next week at noon Wednesday, April 28th, we'll have another virtual meeting with guest speaker Ben Saylor, inbound marketing director at CoSchedule. He will discuss creating great content and SEO strategy. The meetings are coordinated by Nikki Massman and Andrea Bowe, who are co-chairs of our group at the local level. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Pam. Next, we'll hear from the Southeast District, Carrie Knutson, who is in charge, or who heads up FMPC.
FMPC met virtually this year along with the other districts. in NDPC via Zoom due to the pandemic. We were able to host 2 seminars statewide. One was on interesting branding, and the other was on pandemic fatigue and the importance of communication during this time. I currently am in my 2nd term as the Southeast District Director, and I am going to be leaving that after this meeting here. So we are currently looking for a new director for this position, and anyone who is interested should contact somebody on the board or myself, and we will look forward to the next person leading.
Thank you, Carrie. Next, we'll hear from Sarah Mutter, who is the District Director of the Southwest District and also known as Prairie Communicators.
Good morning. Over the past 4 years, the Prairie Communicators our Southwest District has grown to become the 2nd largest district in the state. We currently have 29 members on the state, local, and national level. We kicked off our season last year, just like everyone else did, using Zoom, and took advantage of the virtual meeting platform, hosting 4 virtual meetings for the statewide organization throughout the year. In October, Allison Czar of Bismarck State College spoke on event planning and management. Jason Matthews of Jam Strategies spoke in December on grassroots communications. In February, Paul Teeple of the North Dakota Department of Health shared on his experiences managing the department's social media accounts during the pandemic. And in April, Patrick Kirby of Do Good Better Consulting helped us stop scrolling and start connecting by sharing better strategies for reaching target audiences. I have headed the group since its inception and plan to continue to do so for the next season. I am able to do so because I feel we do have a very strong local membership, and I'm very appreciative of their willingness to help with planning and hosting of meetings and the promotion of our organization. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. All right, so now I will present the proposed slate of officers for the 2021-22 year. Tammy Fogel will serve as president. Martha Leadholm will continue to serve as first vice president of membership. Patience Mosbrecher will continue to serve as second vice president of the communications contest. Kay Beckerman will serve as third vice president. Our secretary position is currently open. Ellen Crawford will continue to serve as treasurer. Pam Gibb will continue to serve as the historian. The Southeast director is open. Our Northeast director will continue to be Pam Knudsen. Our Northwest director will continue to be Jill Schramm. Our Southwest director will be Sarah Mutter, and I will move into the immediate past president role. Does anyone have any other nominations? One more time, are there any other nominations? And third time, are there any other nominations? Hearing none, I would like to ask for a motion to approve the slate as presented.
A motion to approve.
Second from Sarah.
Is there any discussion? All in favor of approving the slate of officers as presented, please signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, is there any other discussion for the good of the order? All right, hearing none, can I get a motion to approve the adjournment of the meeting?
So moved.
I'll second.
Is there any discussion? All in favor of approving to adjourn the meeting at 9:27, please signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Thank you.